Hey guys, it is very early on a Monday morning, and the sun has come up not too long ago, and now it's rising, and soon it'll set, just like it does every day. But what if it didn't? What if it just stopped? What if the sun stood still for just a little while? That would be crazy. But guess what? It actually happened. In Joshua chapter 10, verses 12 through 15. Let me read this to you because it is amazing. On that day, on the day that the Lord gave the Israelites victory over the Amorites, Joshua prayed to the Lord in front of all the people of Israel. He said, "Let the sun stand still over Gibeon and the moon over the valley of Abijanon." So the sun stood still, and the moon stayed in place until the nation of Israel had defeated its enemies. Is this event not recorded in the book of Jashar? The sun stayed in the middle of the sky, and it did not set as on a normal day. Amazing. There has never been a day like this one before or since when the Lord answered such a prayer. Surely the Lord fought for Israel that day. Then Joshua and the Israelite army returned to their camp at Gilgal. I love this. Here is Joshua, and he prays for a miracle. It's never been done before. It is totally unnatural. It's a really bold, crazy prayer, and it's a really short prayer. Sun, stand still. You ever notice that a lot of the best prayers are really short? Sun, stand still. God save me, things like that. It doesn't have to be long. It can be a really short thing to be a good prayer. Now here's Joshua. He's praying this short, crazy prayer, and he prays it not in private, but he prays it right out front for everybody to hear it. That's bold. It's crazy. It's unnatural. And here's the really crazy part. God does it. God stops the sun right there long enough for his people to get the victory. It turns out God has control over the laws of nature since he kind of came up with them in the first place. God created the earth, so he has control over it. And he was willing to suspend natural law in order to help his people. God is willing to move heaven and earth to help his family. And guess what? He hasn't changed. He is still able to do that sort of thing. In Malachi 3:6, God says, yes, I, the Lord, do not change. So he's still waiting for his people to pray some crazy prayers. He can still do crazy stuff. Maybe he's just waiting for us to ask. Maybe we need to pray some crazy prayers. Maybe we need to move from comfortable faith to crazy faith. From a comfortable faith that says, I'm happy with the way things are, and I believe in God, and I profess him, to a crazy faith that says, I'm going to ask him right out front, right in front of everybody, for some crazy things. I'm going to ask him to move heaven and earth on behalf of his people. And we need to ask God for some impossible stuff. We need to go big. We need to get crazy. We need to pray crazy. And here's my prayer for you and for myself and for my family today. And it's this: God, do something today that is so unnatural that it's supernatural, that is so wonderfully unnatural that it can only be blamed on you. Do something so big in our midst, something so crazy that we're just blown away and that our breath is stolen by the awesomeness and the wonder of who you are, living God. Thank you guys so much. God bless you. Giddy up.